In this video, we're going to discuss why full
Hey guys.
self-driving is going to happen in 2025. This is MXUX. You know, in my last video, I made some predictions about the Tesla stock price and also some of the work going on the Optimus robot and the cyber taxi. And I just wanted to do this presentation here to show you some of my backup research on why I do think that number is accurate. It basically confirms with Kathy Wood, who is much smarter than me, obviously. But I'm going to go over some information I gleaned from the Leopold guy who defected from the AI company and wrote the paper, Situational Awareness, about the state of AI. Now, here is the prediction that was made, $712 a share by 2025, with a 100% increase year over year to 2,600. Now, you have to keep in mind that we're basing this this increase in market cap on the Optimus robot deployment and also in full self-driving deployment along with cyber taxi. Now you got to understand, Elon Musk was one of the founders of GTP. He wanted to keep it open source. They backstabbed him. We went to XAI. Okay, he's also developed his own compute stack of $2 billion GPUs at Tesla to do self-driving and the Optimus robot. So, keeping all that in mind, that Musk is from San Francisco and one of the founders of AI. We're going to go into this Leopold paper on AI. Now, this is an essay written by the guy who bugged out of OpenAI because he didn't like what was going on. And this is about the near future of artificial intelligence, and it's called Situational Awareness. It's a very good essay. I don't know, I think it's 150 pages long. I've gleaned a few charts out of this here to illustrate my point as to why 2025, keeping in mind that Musk is one of the founders of AI, 2025 is the year where a lot of critical things are going to happen at Tesla. Let's just move on to this and see some quotes and information from this essay. Now, this is in the very introduction of the paper, and this, I believe, is a quote that you could insert the name Elon Musk right in the middle of this, because Elon Musk is one of the founders of the company that this guy was working for. And you can read this quote yourself, but when he says there's only a few hundred people that have true situational awareness of artificial intelligence, you got to understand that Elon Musk is one of these people. He financially backed OpenAI years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, I think, maybe more than that. And this is who Leopold is talking about in this paragraph right here. Now, this graphic here just gives you a sense of scale on how fast AI is advancing. Over a period of 4 years, it went from being a preschooler, like a kindergarten kid, all the way up to a high school graduate on the way to college. Now, that's in 4 years. Okay, that would have taken you, 16 years? Okay, this is the rate of change, the accelerated rate of change that's going on with AI, and this is why things are working the way they are. Now, it seems like things are moving really fast, especially within Tesla and within Tesla about full self-driving. But that last graphic gives you an idea, and you say, well, how could it happen so fast? That is how it can happen so fast. This is what we're looking at, is an accelerating rate of change, okay? And people are saying, oh, it's going to take 10 years to roll out self-driving. It's going to take 5 years. It's not going to take that long. Once we really get into this compute stack and the AI model is training the AI model, which I believe Musk is doing right now. I don't think he's talking about it, but I think he's doing that. And I think I mentioned George Hotz in the last iteration of this video, and I think he had something to do with that. But let me just go into these charts now. We're going to go into these charts and we're going to talk about why this year 2025, which is next year, is going to be responsible for rolling all this stuff out and this great change in the new book, as Musk says, for Tesla. The new book, not the new chapter, the new book. Now, if you look at this first chart, it's basically, in my interpretation, is the utilization of hardware, specifically NVIDIA compute stacks, which Elon Musk spent $2 billion. We don't even know what he's running over there, okay? He's moving those NVIDIA cards around so much between his different companies. But if you look at this, it's a forecast line. You got a cone-shaped blue there, and you got a line in the middle, and that's the expected rate of change. And then the top of that blue cone is the upper limit of that change, and the bottom of that blue cone is the lower limit. So it gives you a degree of outcome there. If you look at 2025 and draw a line straight up, you can see that the normal curve hits the upper expected range of that capability right at 2025. I believe this is where it is the closest to the maximum range, and this is the first and the highest employment of compute power, or use of compute power, utilization of compute power in this entire curve. And this is why 2025 is so critical. This is when all the pieces are going to fit together: hardware, software, data, so forth. 2025, and it's shown in this graph. And if you see 2030, the graph flattens, which means gains are going to be much harder after 2030. Now, if you take a look at this chart, again, by 2025, we are halfway, we are past the ChatGPT phase. We are halfway to AI training AI. And I suspect, actually, that Elon Musk may have a very streamlined model, and I think his model is actually doing this now. But in any case, 2025 puts us, you can see that bottom range for that outcome. We're about 50% of the way there. So this is a big advancement. You can see on the left side it says, I think 10 to the fourth power orders of magnitude improvement. So again, 2025, and again, you can see that forecast line is very close to the upper end of that outcome, that blue cone. Again, an optimum range for that value. So this again puts 2025 as a really critical period in my mind. Now, the point of this chart is just shows that according to Leopold, the 2027 is the year that they cross over into AI training AI. And I'm just using this as an illustration, and he has the outcome being super intelligence there. Now, 2027 is not that far away, and I think certainly that Tesla is on that schedule. However, I think because the training of this AI model is not language-based, it's video-based, because they have so much data, and because they've been working on it, and they have the compute power. Elon Musk said in the presentation, we are not compute restrained, we are outcome constrained. We don't have enough interventions to train the model. I do believe that Musk, I think early, by 2025, he's going to hit, or has already hit, is knocking on the door of AI training AI. And I think his models are doing some form of that right now, maybe a rudimentary form of that. But this is the breakthrough for full self-driving and the road to superintelligence. But again, I just wanted to give you an idea of these time frames. And Leopold is he's an academician, he's a PhD, so forth, not a businessman. He doesn't have insights into what Musk is doing. So I think he could be wrong on this, and I think Musk is there. Okay, just to wrap this up, I did one more thought on that last chart. The quickest advent of that outcome of the AI training AI is 2026. Okay, if you look at the left-hand band of that cone, 2026. Okay, we're 6 months away from 2025 here. I am willing to bet, and if you review my last video or go through the shareholder presentation by Musk yourself, listen to all the breadcrumbs, all the ad-lib comments he's made regarding training and AI and so forth. I do believe he has beaten that timeline. I do believe that he's moved that forward, and he's probably doing some rudimentary version of AI training AI right now, and he's going to be pulling into the full stop AI training AI in next year, and if not already. And I do think that Elon Musk said, just plot the dots on the curve. This is the same thing that Leopold said in this presentation. So I think that Leopold's a really smart guy, and he's done a lot of work on this, but you got to understand, Musk was there first. I mean, he's Neil Armstrong. He planted the flag on the AI moon first. He's the one that got the ball rolling. He wanted to keep everything open source. But anyway, I do think that this paper by Leopold and this eye-opening data gives you insights into why I think my forecast for the next year on the price of the stock, of course, I could be wrong. I'm no expert. But it does jibe with Cathie Wood, and this does back up Cathie Wood's thesis as well. This is MXUX. I just wanted to put this out there for discussion.